Thank you, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. Before we start, Arsenal.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Yes, feeling good.
You're feeling good. You're feeling good. You know, you saw this early.
I saw it coming.
You saw it coming. What did you see? Take us through this journey. And it's been sport generally. It's even been in you understanding the importance of the ecosystem outside of Africa to draw people into Africa, number one. And then, of course, you've done everything you've done here in Rwanda. What did you see and why was it important?
Well, first of all, sports of different kind is important in as far as it attracts people. People feel good about it. They are part of it. The talent is drawn into all that. And then it goes wider into a society that benefits from it. Now you can see how sports is not just about talent and how it plays out. It's also growing in a much wider sense that it requires investment to develop that talent far and wide. And then it benefits also those who invest their money and their time.
So Rwanda has been a host, primary host location for BAL for quite a while now. As we look forward and the investors are sitting in this room and they're asking themselves, why should we bank on this? Why should we lean in? What is the plan? What should they know about the strategy?
Well, the strategy is such that it proves itself. We thought about investing in this area of sports and associated areas. In the end, as time passes, the benefits come out and the people see, and so to speak, there has been a proof of concept and strategy itself that things invested in this manner will definitely benefit the talent, the countries, societies. So you need to start doing it, and then people will see it, and they will understand what it means, and they will also find a connection with that.
Right. And it's everything from well-being, sports, actually young people having the vision, getting into the sport. It's the tourism. And we've seen the example in the tour we did yesterday really showed us the ecosystem, the power of the ecosystem.
It's really everything. It's also the consumer experience. You know, it attracts even people who originally were not so attracted to any sport will find other things around the sport that they connect with, and then eventually may connect with the sport. So it's a much broader thing that benefits society. It's part of life that we live in every day. You find events associated with that. There's entertainment, there are different things. All this is about what people come to enjoy in the end.
You've been rallying other African presidents as well, explaining the importance of this. What are they saying back to you?
Well, it's not so much, as I said, we started something here with the different partners, a number of them who were you invited to stand to be recognized by the audience, which is the right thing, because we have not done it alone, we couldn't do it alone. Even the idea itself, the origin of it, came with the partnerships we have forged with the different people across the world. And so when we invested, as I said, we wanted to first benefit from that ourselves. Second, we also wanted to tell our brothers and sisters across the continent by seeing what we are doing, but more so by what is being generated from that. They can also do it and maybe do it better. And above all, when countries come together, when leagues come together, when people come together, the benefits are multiplied by a much bigger factor. You don't want to have such a good thing isolated in one region or one country and then another. So the more people that work together, come together, it forms a much, if you will, in the business, it forms a much bigger market that makes sense of everything you are doing.
Absolutely. The boats rise together, but also the economic value increases and the opportunity increases. Fantastic. I want to come to the floor and take maybe 2 to 3 questions or comments. And I'm going to start. I see you. Acha, I see your hand, please. If there's a mic over there, and I see a hand at the back as well, we can take those 2 first. Thank you so much. Gentleman standing right there. Please introduce yourself for the few who don't know you.
Thank you, Julie. Good morning, everybody, and great to be here. Acha Leke, I'm a senior partner and chairman of McKinsey Africa. I do have a question for you, Your Excellency, building on this last conversation you're having with Julie. Because as she said, you were clearly a visionary where you saw sort of the impact of sports, not just as an engine of entertainment, but as an engine of economic growth for your country. And I remember sort of 10 years ago, 8 years ago, when you started even with the deal with Arsenal, people questioned, did it make sense to spend that kind of money? Now, fast forward, I think we're all excited, you know, all four of the Champions League semi-final teams will visit Rwanda teams, and I'm sure next weekend you want Arsenal to win, but whoever wins will be a visit Rwanda team, right? And that's, for me, a huge impact for Rwanda, but not just Rwanda, but for Africa, right? And we've seen a few leaders starting to go down that path, but honestly, it's not enough, right? So you said part of what you wanted to do is use Rwanda as a showcase for other leaders. I would love to understand what else would it take for many more African leaders to, 1, understand the importance of sports as an engine of economic growth, but then more importantly, 2, to do something about it. Thanks.
Thank you. Great question. Yeah. Please, questions.
I really don't know much about that because it all depends on the choices people make about what they intend to do. Like, we cannot force upon anybody to do, even if it is the right thing, when they have not chosen to do so. But what we have always tried to do within this area of sports or any other areas, we have made a choice. We want to make progress. And there are all these opportunities we can tap into, so we take our chance. Sometimes we take a risk. But in the end, when the benefits of the efforts have come out, first of all, we are happy, we benefited through what we have done and the risks we have taken. But that also proves that whoever else could maybe do a similar thing would benefit in the same way if they chose to do just that. Yeah. Or do it differently, or do it better, and so on and so forth. So I'm not sure what one can do to make it more attractive or a choice that people would take other than showing what is possible and what is beneficial, like we are trying to do. Primarily it benefits us. If anybody chose to say, look, I'm going to try something like this or different, but it is in that direction that we all want to go. Let me, the question Archer asked is loaded in a sense. It's very important. I'll quickly give you an example, which is bad in a sense of explaining what my limitation in terms of saying what people need to do to benefit. When we started our partnership through Visit Rwanda with the different teams, starting with Arsenal. Yeah. And because I'm saying this, making a choice becomes political in a sense, all right? When we did that, not only did some, but these are minority, they didn't understand this. They even went ahead actually to try and undermine it, which became political. But the irony behind all this is that when somebody went out and said, no, you can't do this with Rwanda, this Rwanda is like this, and we are used to that, don't worry about it. We take care of things. So you can't do this with Rwanda when Rwanda is a bad, name and so on and so forth. When it didn't work for them, they tried somewhere else to do exactly what
the same thing.
Yes.
They followed the example.
They followed the example and tried somewhere else. Something they were just but even then, for me, I'm happy that even for that one who tried to undermine it, in the end saw something in it attractive, that means they changed their mind somehow.
Yes.
And saw that they were wrong. So therefore, other African leaders, countries, groups, or something to do anything like this that would benefit them has to be a choice.
Yeah.
And then there are examples from which to learn. All of us learn from one another. We've learned things that have guided us to do what we are doing.